All right, let me talk to you about a shooting that happened about 9 years ago. Now, you might have heard about this one already. It's made its rounds plenty of times on podcasts, videos, and articles, but I want to bring it back up because when I first came across this story, it shook me, and this was pretty early in my firearm journey. It changed the way that I thought about guns, especially handguns, and I think it's something everyone, especially new gun owners, really needs to hear. So, it's August 2008, and Sergeant Timothy Gramins is a police officer up in Skokie, Illinois. Just a regular day at first, fresh off a vacation, chilling, probably thinking about what Star Wars game he was gonna buy his son for his 8th birthday. Then the radio crackles.
Bank robbery. Suspect fleeing in a white Pontiac Bonneville.
Gang member armed and dangerous, that whole bit. Now, Gramins, he's got a knack for catching suspects. He even jokes about it, saying he's got a horseshoe up his ass when it comes to finding guys on the run. Sure enough, minutes after that call comes in, he spots the car, locks eyes with the driver, and instantly he knows this is the guy. The suspect sees Gramins too and instantly floors it. The chase is on. High-speed pursuit, tires are screeching. Cars dodging out of the way, adrenaline through the roof. Eventually, the suspect abruptly slams on his brakes in the middle of a quiet residential neighborhood. Everything happens lightning fast. Before Gramins can even fully react, the suspect jumps out of his car with a 9mm Smith & Wesson in hand, already shooting. Bullets start ripping through Gramins' windshield, hood, everything. Glass is flying everywhere and it's loud as hell. Gramins later said the inside of his patrol car instantly felt like a coffin. In that moment, Gramins grabs his Glock 21, .45 caliber, and immediately returns fire straight through the windshield. But here's the kicker. He empties the entire magazine almost instantly. You don't realize how quick you go through your first mag, Gramins later said. The first reload was like, holy crap, I'm empty already?
I'm gonna tell you, you don't realize how quick you go through your first mag, right? Especially if someone's running up on you. So the first reload was, holy crap, I'm empty already. It was kind of like a little bit like, oh my goodness, it happens, right?
The craziest part, the suspect didn't go down. He should have. By all logic, multiple rounds from a .45 should stop just about anyone because it's God's round, right? But this guy keeps coming and he keeps shooting. Gramins then dives out of his car, glass crunching underfoot, rounds still coming his way. He runs for cover behind the suspect's own car. Reloading his gun, his heart pounding, adrenaline jacked, he fires again. Sure, he's landing shots, but the suspect won't stop. The suspect even grabs a second handgun, a .380 from his car, and keeps shooting. They move around the vehicles, exchanging gunfire at crazy close distances. Eventually, Gramins finds some cover near a tree and drops to the ground. He sees the suspect's feet pacing nervously underneath the car. This is it. This has to end now. He steadies himself, he breathes, and squeezes off 3 carefully aimed rounds. Each hits the suspect directly in the head, and it's finally over. The whole fight lasted under a minute, but in that brief time, Gramins fired 33 rounds. The suspect fired?
He fired 22.
Gramins hit the suspect 14 times, including multiple shots to vital organs, the heart, lungs, liver, kidney. But none of those stopped him immediately. The only shots that finally ended the fight were the headshots. Here's the hard lesson Gramins learned that day. Handguns are not magical. They're practical. Convenient. But they are limited.
There are limits.
Especially against someone determined to fight until their last breath. We're not there to make the gun go bang and scare people, Gramins emphasized later. We're there to fight and survive.
We're not there to make the gun go bang and scare people. We're there to fight and survive.
After that day, Gramins changed how he carried. Before, he carried 47 rounds on duty. Now, every shift he suits up with 145 rounds of ammunition.
Damn.
People think he's paranoid.
Man, are you paranoid?
But he calls it something else, preparation. Reflecting back, Gramins stresses this: I'm never gonna be good enough. I'm never good enough for my next time. What steps can I take? Anything and everything I can take to make myself better.
I'm never going to be good enough. I'm never good enough. for my next time, right? And I can sit here and say, I don't care how good you are, I'm never good enough. So what steps can I take, anything and everything I can take to make myself better?
And that's the real message here. The story isn't just about a gunfight. It's about reality. It's messy, it's brutal, and it's definitely not Hollywood. If you're gonna carry a gun, you gotta understand its limitations, your limitations, and always strive to get better, to be prepared. Because when it comes down to it, in those moments, capacity matters, skills matter, and preparation is absolutely everything.
All of it mattered.
For those of you who want to learn more about this story, I'm going to leave a link in the description section for you to check out the article and podcast that he did about his story. And also, for those of you wondering, I'm going to put a link also for where you can go and get this awesome, beautiful hat, Defend America hat. I'll put a link to that in the description section as well. Or you could just hit up shop.mrcolionnoir.com and grab your hat. We got it in hoodies. We have it in drinkware, you name it.